It was a quiet Saturday afternoon in Denver when Sarah and Ethan decided to host a small dinner party at their apartment. Both had been friends for years, and though their relationship was strong, life had been busy and they rarely got time to just relax and enjoy company. Sarah, an energetic graphic designer, was excited to try out a new recipe she had been practicing all week, while Ethan, a software engineer with a calm demeanor, was busy setting up the dining table and making sure everything looked perfect. As the clock struck 6, their friends Olivia and Ryan arrived. Olivia had been Sarah's college roommate, always bubbly and full of stories, and Ryan, her husband, had an easygoing charm that made everyone feel at ease. The four of them had always gotten along well, but tonight, Sarah and Ethan had planned a little surprise, a game night. The living room was set up with cozy cushions, fairy lights, and a large wooden table stacked with board games and snacks. As the evening progressed, laughter filled the apartment. They played charades, trivia, and even attempted a few rounds of Pictionary. Olivia's competitive streak came out, while Ryan's clever drawing skills kept everyone entertained. Sarah and Ethan found themselves laughing more than they had in months, and the warm energy of the room reminded them how much they had missed simple, joyful moments. After a while, they decided to take the party outside to the rooftop terrace. Denver's skyline glowed with the golden hue of the setting sun, and a gentle breeze made the night feel perfect. They sat around a small fire pit, sipping on sparkling cider and sharing stories from their childhoods. It was here that Ethan suggested an impromptu talent show. Olivia immediately volunteered to go first, performing a funny impression of one of their mutual friends, which had everyone in stitches. Ryan followed with a clever magic trick that ended in playful chaos when the cards went flying. Sarah then decided to try a new song she had been practicing on her guitar, and Ethan, surprisingly, joined in with a few harmonies he had secretly been practicing. The rooftop was filled with music and laughter, and even passers-by could hear their joyful noise. But as the evening continued, things began to spiral in unexpected ways, not in a bad sense, but in a way that neither couple had anticipated. The simple idea of a talent show turned into a challenge where they dared each other to try ridiculous dares, like balancing on one leg while singing or drawing blindfolded. Each round brought more laughter, but also a little tension as competitive spirits flared. Friendly arguments broke out over rules, points, and interpretations, and soon, they were laughing so hard that tears ran down their faces. It was during one of these moments that Sarah realized something important. Sometimes, friendships can feel just as intimate and fulfilling as romance, and moments of pure joy don't have to be planned. They happen when people genuinely connect. Ethan noticed the same thing and whispered to Sarah that nights like these were rare treasures. Olivia and Ryan, too, admitted they had never laughed so freely in years, feeling a bond growing stronger between the two couples. By the time midnight approached, the rooftop was a mess of empty cups, scattered game pieces, and crumpled paper, but no one cared. They were caught in the beauty of the moment, sharing stories, dreams, and memories. As the night wound down, they promised each other that they would make such gatherings a regular part of their lives. Sarah and Ethan hugged their friends goodbye at the door, feeling a warm sense of gratitude. They had expected a quiet evening, but instead, they had experienced one of the most memorable nights of their friendship, full of laughter, connection, and shared joy. Walking back to the apartment, Sarah and Ethan looked at each other and smiled. It had been a night of unexpected chaos, of silly games and shared challenges, but it reminded them of the most important thing. Relationships, whether romantic or friendly, were about creating moments of happiness together. And sometimes, letting things get a little out of control was exactly what life needed.